Scott, thank you for joining us. That's a frustrating afternoon, to say the least, here at the Broadfield Stadium. Can I get your overall reflection on the game first?
Worst performance I've seen since I've been here. If it wasn't for Corey, it could have been 7-8-0. Yeah, not good at all. Thought we were really poor. Didn't see it coming because we've been in a good place. We've performed well, and when it's not been pretty, we've still, defended resiliently and worked hard, and had a good work ethic about us. And today I felt that we were waiting to get beat in the first half, and second half we just made poor decision after poor decision and lack of quality, and I think it's the worst we've been.
Yeah, as you say, it is a bit of a shock performance from our side, as we have been in a good place, especially in the last few weeks. Is there anything that you can put that down to today? Is there anything you noticed, or is it just one of those things? That is the nature of football, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm not somebody to make excuses, and I won't make excuses. The week's not been like a normal week, but we're still turning up at 1 o'clock today, ready to play, and we're prepared as well as we can be. And I just didn't see that performance. There's top players out there, kind of not involved in the game. And yeah, I just didn't see it coming, but we're still, before the game, level on points with the playoffs. I think we're now 3 points off the playoffs. So we're still in a good position. Disappointing as much as it is. And it is disappointing because I never saw it coming, but I just thought that's the worst we've played. And I think looking at the stats, they had 35 shots on goal, 12 on target. That just can't happen. You can't play at this level of football and allow the opposition to have that amount of joy in front of goal. Like I say, if it wasn't for Corey, it could have been 7 or 8-0. And you play against a team who stop you from playing, no problem. If you're going to go long, then go long. Then work hard up the pitch and drop on seconds and compete. It was almost like we're trying to build, we turn it over, they have a shot. We try and build, it turns over, they have a shot. And that was kind of like the pattern out the second half panned out for me. But I did feel that our attitudes, our will and determination to really take the game by the scruff of the neck in the first half was not there to be seen, certainly. From me, I never saw it.
You say it's our worst performance of the season. Salford may look at that.
No, let me just reiterate, it's the worst performance since I've been here.
Since you've been here, yeah. Salford may see that as their best performance of the season and their best result of the season, coming here and getting a 1-0 victory. Was there, anything that particularly took you by surprise with what they did today? Obviously, we know there's a new manager coming in and he often has a spin on it. Just
how they played was exactly how we thought they'd play. So we'd done the work on it. We prepped the team yesterday. No, nothing.
We talk a lot about the reaction from players and how we will approach the new week. I know it's obviously still very fresh at the moment, but is there anything key that you're going to pick out from this game that you'll talk to the lads about early next week as we prepare for some more tough games?
Yeah, nearly every minute will be broken down, because we cannot play out of control football where with 20 minutes to go we're kind of not looking at anything like us. We're out of control. It's just out of control because we're not in a good moment. We're not passing it. We're not dominant. We're not finding spaces. So we then look unlike us. We start going long, and then we don't land on the seconds, and it's a counter attack off the back of that, and it's just to and fro. It's a game where it was end to end for me, and it suits them more than us. And the times that we try and build, it was difficult, and yeah. Really poor today.
Was frustration a big part of it, do you think, obviously for yourself and for the players? Because, as you said there, Salford did seem to sort of neutralise a lot of our threats, and by the end, do you think it was just a case of frustration?
No, it kind of pans out in a way that, when you're not playing so well, and it certainly after they scored, we're then just looking nothing like us. We're getting anxious. The crowd are getting anxious. We're booting it forward. We're not really booting it with any quality. It's just kind of just tossing it in there and hope, toss of a coin that somebody lands on it, hope that somebody picks a second ball up, hope that we can get a goal from that. We don't play that way. We want to try and be dominant, play through the thirds, be positioned on the pitch correctly. We want today, and then when we do kind of get in them final third areas, have more composure. You know, I felt that there was one or two players got into some good areas today, and we didn't have enough composure in the final third.
We don't have a home game for a while after this, but this is a very rare feeling for Crawley fans. I think we've been impeccable almost, especially with yourself at home. It's a very strange feeling. So I suppose the frustrations are natural, but also the message has to be stick behind the lads, and we're, as you say, we're still in a very good place.
Yeah, don't listen. I'm a bit disappointed with a section of the fans booing today. We're level on points with the playoffs before the game, and we've got a section booing. And I've had one or two arguments today with one or two fans, and and you get the same old shout, "We'll sort it out, Lindsay," and all that. Listen, don't have a short memory, guys. Don't have a short memory. This time last year, we were fighting and scrapping at the bottom of the league. We're now in touch with where we want to be, right? Support the team. And as much as it was frustrating for everybody. But don't boo. That's not what we want. The player, it doesn't help. It doesn't help the players. The players don't want to hear that. If we're 5-6-0 down and we've been awful and we're kind of at the bottom of the league, then fine, no problem, booers, no problem. If that's what you're going to do, no worries. But it doesn't help. I just said to the lads in there, look, the crowd are booing you at moments, and I'm having fights with the crowd, and you've got to give me something. You've got to give me something, and I felt that we just let ourselves down today. And I apologise to the fans that I had an argument with. I'm a passionate man. I don't want to see my team booed. I want to see my team supported, and I want everybody to be connected and be together. And it's important we do that as a football club. We're a small club, and we've been punching above our weight, and we continue to work really hard. And I want everybody to be behind me and not against.
Thanks, Scott. Andy, anything to add?
Just finally, Scott, obviously the players will feed off that. That's why obviously it's disappointed you, because it will translate to them and won't help the situation, the booing.
No, and listen, I'll back my players all day long. I'll fight. I'll fight their corner all day long, because that's how I'm built. No one ever comes for my players. I'm not having it. They work extremely hard every day. Yeah, listen, football's a very small scoring sport. There's fine margins between winning and losing. We weren't great today. We know that, but we could have potentially got something from the game, as mad as it sounds. We didn't, obviously. And listen, it could have been a cricket score as well. I know that at the other end. But I'll fight the corner for the players, because I know how hard they work every day. And they're great lads. And they don't mean to play that poorly, right? And I've got to take some responsibility. I've got to take some responsibility. I'm the manager. I'll take it. No problem. No problem at all. Come for me, not my players.
Do you think that there might have been difficult, but not complacency exactly, but you can't really put your finger on it why it happened like it did today? It's just an impossible thing to answer, really.
We didn't look like we had much energy about us. We didn't have any spark and kind of aggression about how we passed the ball, aggression about how to be positioned around the pitch. Yeah, we were flat. It felt to me, and I said at half time, it felt to me as if we were waiting to get beat. And I ain't seen that, certainly since I've been here. But today, really poor.
Many thanks.
Thank you.